Hey Libra, welcome in to your video. Okay, so we're trying this, guys. We're gonna do weekly videos all through November to grow your cohort and see how far we can get. All right, guys. So since this is us going into the second or third week of November, we're gonna read for the mid part of the month. Okay, we're gonna talk about, I want to say, right around the 15th, the 16th of November, turning the bend and going into the 3rd. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to be early enough to do your monthly reading for December. All right? So you can have that a week before December starts. Now, with that said, let me see the situation for the time I just mentioned for Libra, please. Libra, what's happening here for Libra? And today actually happens to be the official first day of Mercury retrograde. So yay! We'll say nobody. This is the time where we have to be careful what we say, but usually you guys are great at that anyway because you are the diplomats of the zodiac wheel, or on the zodiac wheel. Anyway, let's get back to you. You have 2 8s, and they're both in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. That's a lot of inaction. It's like something has, it's like your life, right, Libra? Someone came along, like, I don't know if it's the universe or it's you doing this, and hit the mute button. Mute, pause, both. Mute and pause. You're muting and pausing your life. See, in the upright position, this is you busting your ass, working hard towards a goal, towards a relationship, towards something. 8 of Wands is going back and forth, taking action, but inverted, it's lack of inaction or lack of, action. So it's inaction. You have a King of Swords here, though, at the bottom of the deck. Someone like you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, very airy. This isn't somebody who screams the I love yous, right? This isn't somebody who is overly emotional. They just do the I love yous in their own way. It's like them taking care of you, them knowing how you drink your coffee, them fluffing your pillow, them going out of their way to help you with something. This person is available to do so. If this is not in regards to love, it can be somebody that's supporting you at work or helping you, advising you in some way, shape, or form. And advising can be literal, like legal, if that makes any sense. So with this inaction, this not working towards something, I think something happened to you, Libra. Here, I think something devastated you or paused you, or I don't know if it's because you're feeling an ending or a betrayal. Let's see. We'll see when we clarify. All right, let us see what's coming towards you. What's coming towards my Libras, please? Libra, this starts a marking period from now until I think, actually I don't know, but it's for the next few months. That I do know. Man, all these cards are coming inverted. Hopefully that one isn't. Ooh, I like this. Okay. For the next few months, Libra, your task here is because Jupiter is in retrograde for you. Not that I'm like a person who, studies planets. That I do tarot and I do intuitive readings. That's my niche. And I keep pausing with my words to you and I keep getting stuck because I keep getting these crazy downloads for you. And it's like so much information. I'm like, oh my God, stop. It's like, I feel like some weird computer download. It's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm trying to like temper myself or control myself so I can take these visions or thoughts or these downloads that are coming in here for you to make them make sense. See, with Jupiter in retrograde, I know for you, you're going to have to make a choice. And this is very much for those of you who care about your careers, or this is job or finance related. Your relationship is a little bit different. I think that's going to be okay. It's just, going through some muddy waters. We'll get there in a second. But those of you who have to make choices, by you not making any, they will be big mistakes. Okay, so that's the forewarning. You're going to have to choose life path, career path, a financial choice. Just because you committed to something recently and you were all about it, it doesn't mean you have to stay in it forever. All right. And vice versa. That thing that you've been fighting for because you really believed it and believe in yourself, it's about making that choice too. It's about making choices. But if you have the opportunity to change or do something new or do something different or go somewhere new or do something different, it is encouraged. All right. But you know you. So there's that. But I find that interesting because I also see the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Here's what happens when you take new opportunities. Now, mind you, they're given, but free will is yours. You have to hustle it. It's what you make of it is what you will. Under that is healing. Boom. That's what's going to happen. You heal an old version of you to go into a new version of you. Now here, what's coming towards you is Temperance in reverse and the Two of Wands, because you feel lack of balance, because maybe some of you could be impatient. I don't know. I don't feel that there. We'll see. Could be. But because there's a lack of balance for you and the way you operate, Libra, and the way you feel, it makes you unsteady. And yes, this can be about your relationships, your emotional nature and connection to someone or something. You don't see any rewards coming from it. You don't see this person coming towards you. You don't see how it's going to get any better. So you decide to move forward. You decide and you say to yourself, let me see what else is out there. You grab the one stick, which is your walking cane into your future, while you're not looking at the one behind you, because it's behind you. It's behind you. It's your past. You know this. You have one foot out the door already, and you have these new beginnings that are coming in. Make these choices. All right? They are going to be your golden opportunity. Even if it's not, it just opens a door for you to segue into something bigger and better on a different platform at a higher level. Now, what is it that Libra doesn't see coming their way? A lot of you could have been dealing with something that was casual. It could have been a fling, it could have been an affair, it could have been in and out, whatever. But now you have to make that difficult choice of a sacrifice. See, once upon a time, there was this young girl, and it was the, 1600s, and she could see 2 towns over, or 2 villages over, that village was being raided and pillared. Okay? She could see smoke, she could see fire. She knew it was only a matter of time before those pillagers were going to come and pillage her village. So what does she do? In the middle of the night, she runs over to that village and sees the thieves, the pillagers, whatever. She tries to steal their swords so they can't attack, so they don't have any tools to kill or pillage or do bad things. But then she realizes she's like a one-man show. She can't carry all of them. Could she get a wagon and maybe perhaps, but who the hell is going to pull the wagon? She can't. She can only take a few. So out of these 5 grown-ass men, she says, I'm going to take 2 or 3 of these swords. Which ones do I take? Let me guess as to which ones are the worst actors out of all of these 5, and I'll take those 2 or 3. And I'll leave the 2 behind and do what I got to do. She makes sacrifices. She has to make a choice. She being the girl who went to the village, being you. You have to make a sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? What kind of future do you want? What kind of life do you want? That's what the 5 of Swords is making you do. It's forcing you to make a choice. And the cards are coming out as to the downloads that I was trying to receive that were coming in, and what I was telling you about Jupiter retrograde. You're going to have to make choices. It's starting now, this energy, and this energy is going to be with you for a few months because of Jupiter retro. But The universe is highlighting it for you. They're telling you, go with the flow. Things are changing in your life. They're transforming. But these three fates have your back. They're saying, we're highlighting this shit for you, Libra, because you might not close the door to your past, or because you thought that you made a commitment in one place, you think now you got to carry it through. Not necessarily. All right. Let's continue and see what the advice is. Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, which is Aries energy, and Strength card, which is Leo energy, and this is also Taurus Aries. This is Gemini. Okay, I think you need to hold on to something right now. Either some of you need to save money for a rainy day, because maybe they predict a rainy day. Or maybe you guys just don't know how to manage your money well. You have to find a little bit of control. That's why you have strength there. You have to boss up and lead. All right. Others of you, this is about holding on to a person or an energy or a situation. You need to find the strength right now to persevere. You definitely need to boss up and lead. All right. If not, you could be dealing with an Aries, like I said, or a Leo. Listen, if some of you are dealing with a lover, for whatever reason, you've got everything you need to manifest the future of the type of relationship that you want, of the type of career that you want, of the type of life that you want. All right, what is the outcome here for Libra, please? This is such an impactful reading. I'm so happy I did this. Please share this so your cohort can grow. Funny, what works here on YouTube doesn't work on TikTok, and what works on TikTok doesn't work here. I wonder if that's just the shape of the audience. All right. The Fool, Aries energy again, and Six of Pentacles. I think you're leaving something behind because you don't feel like it's fulfilling, or you think it's breadcrumbs. You feel like you're constantly begging for attention, begging for help, or begging maybe for more money. I don't know what it is, but you're like, fuck it. I'm going to take a leap of faith, not have anything lined up. I'll be all right. And you jump and you close the door to your past. We'll see. Let's start clarifying. Libra, please. Why are these two eights in reverse here for Libra, please? Eight of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. God, now with Mercury retrograde, everybody should be listening to their readings. Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know, it's funny. I was having this big conversation with somebody. Like, you know how we have cross watchers and they watch for their person. Sometimes I feel as if you want to know, you should be looking at rising signs. All right? Because when you're watching your own rising sign, this is what they're perceiving of you. So there's that too. Besides watching their sun sign. Watch your rising and their sun for cross watchers. Otherwise, yeah, I listen to Moon and Sun. Yeah, I'll talk about that another day. Let's get back to this, why you have these two eights in reverse. You have the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. You're slowly moving forward cautiously. But you are leaving something difficult behind, and you are going into something much easier. The funny thing is, you've already arrived. You've been through the worst, right? I see you being optimistic and hopeful here with this person that seems to be to you. Maybe they're an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. If not, this is somebody that is stable. I see the sun. I see you being happy. I see you waiting for these changes. Let's continue. I do like that. What is the Two of Wands, please? And Temperance in reverse for Libra. The Moon in reverse, Pisces in reverse. Not Pisces in reverse, it's just the Pisces card. But the Moon in reverse talks about seeing the truth of something. Something being revealed, right? It's kind of like being in a forest and it's dark out and there's no lights around you. All you got is the moonlight to guide you. But then you hear a wolf in the shadows and you start freaking out and you're like, holy shit, what's going to happen to me? Because you have fear of the future or the unknown because you're about to step out and do the new thing. But you feel lack of balance, right? But then the Moon in reverse comes along and says, that wolf that you heard comes into the moonlight so you can see the wolf now. It's not a wolf. It's a friggin' dog. Wants to be petted by you. Wants to lick you. And you're like, oh, okay. The thing that you don't know gets revealed. And this helps you course correct in a way, I want to say. And then it makes you kind of open your eyes a little bit to this thing. This could be somebody who ghosted you or somebody that you had a fling thing in the past, or whoever did do it, it gets revealed, right? Something gets revealed. A truth comes to you. This is why the Wheel of Fortune is here in your next position. The Wheel of Fortune made it so. The universe has a funny way of making us see things, even when we're trying to be deaf, dumb, and blind to something, or if we're wearing rose-colored glasses, or if we're deluded about something, or if we're being hear no evil, see no evil. Spirit's like, well, that's great, but it's not great anymore. You have to stop doing that because you're going to hurt yourself, right? And we don't want you to get hurt, so we're going to highlight certain things. So certain cards come out in tarot, like the Tower, disruption, like death, needing a transformation, like the Wheel of Fortune. This all happened for a reason. It's a blessing in disguise. Look at it, right? Oh, yes. And then the High Priestess there, using your intuition. What is the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords? The village, the girl. What does she decide? You, in your head, trying to make a sacrifice. Trying to make a tough choice. Knowing something has to be let go. Temperance comes out again. Saggy energy. Finding that balance. Finding that balance. The King of Wands is here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody very fiery. Passion, connection. And at the bottom of the deck, I see marriage, commitment. Just waiting. But I see you with the blocks, the obstacles, the challenges. What sacrifice do you need to make in order to move forward with this person? I don't know. It says you're holding on and you should in your advice. There's a lot of fire people in your reading. Yeah. Yeah, Leo, Sag, and Aries. Hardcore. Some Pisces right there. All right, let me see what this is. And I saw an earth sign earlier too. But I think this is like your head versus your heart, or having, a battle right now, Libra, big time. Between stability and what you think is the right choice versus what you're feeling and knowing in your heart. And what's driving you on a passionate level. What is the Four of Pentacles? The Emperor and Strength. There's something here about a lesson. And the Seven of Wands in reverse, letting something go. Or not everything needs a fight or a battle. God, the Emperor's here again. Are you doing something casual here with someone? Because it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to weigh your pros and cons and make a choice. But I see you trying to decide what's the right fit for you. All right, Libra. It seems turbulent right now, and it just might be for a little while, but things will iron out, I promise. 6 of Pentacles and the Fool, please. You might need to go see your monthly November reading too. So go somewhere on my channel and it should be there the whole month. And then you can come back to these and see them week to week, the breakdowns. 6 of Pentacles and the Fool. Yeah, Judgment. You're going to take some risk. I think you're going to make that decision, that judgment call, and say, you know what? Let me take a risk here and just leave it. I don't want peanuts or breadcrumbs. I just know I want more, right? Because this seems like high risk, low reward right now for you. This is about you ending a chapter, moving to a new one. Anything else about advice here? It's about you getting unstuck. 100%. All right, let me see what we're reading about in the extended for Libra, please. Unrequited love and marriage. Somebody is married here and it could be unrequited or they're bored or sick of it, right? Because that's also in your advice. Knowing that you need to elevate with someone or something here because it's stagnated, but just rolling with the punches kind of vibe. You needing to hold on to maybe an Aries or a Leo I see there. Others of you holding on to something and you needing to take the lead or bossing up, taking control. We'll see what it's talking about in the extended. This could also be 2 separate issues for all we know. We'll see in the extended when we layer it over with tarot cards. Those of you who don't know, in the extended videos, and the links are all down below in the description box, we go into your person, how they feel, what they think, what they're going to do, etc. Unicorns, what do you think about Libra here? Guys, take this with a grain of salt, okay? Oh my God, yeah. Fuck, shit's about to get real. You need your people around you right now. Guys, that's kind of like the downloads I was getting. In the beginning, it was like all like crazy fuzzy in my head. And I was just like, oh my God. Yeah, but I think you'll be fine. I think this is all happening to you for a reason. But your biggest advice is to have the strength to persevere by bossing up, leading, taking charge. Hold on to something. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater just yet. Interesting. I wonder where this is all leading to. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Members, subscribers, I'll see you over there.